Hey everybody, this video is going to introduce you to the Kazaam Online IDE. This is an integrated development environment that runs in your web browser and allows you to do your labs directly in your web browser. The cool thing is you can code in Python, Java, MATLAB, and C++ without having to install things on your computer. So this is useful in a number of situations. One could be maybe you don't have access to install things on your computer, you've got a shared computer. Another possibility might be that your computer is just not fast enough, and so running your code on your computer becomes difficult. So how we run it is we go to courses.ms.wits.actedza/IDE. And when we get there, it's going to ask us for a username and password. So I've got mine saved there. I'm just going to log in. I didn't want to type it while recording the video because I know some of you ninjas will be able to hear my password while I type it. Now the IDE is going to open up and it shows me all the files that I've previously created in this environment. So when you want to make a new file, you can just right click and say new file. And if that file is, for instance, a Python file, you could call it maybe stuff.py. And what would happen is it would then open up an editor in which you can type some Python code. So I'm going to write a completely true program. And I'm going to hit the play button, which is in the top right, and you can see it then produces the output. I mean, this is some, can I just say this program really knows its stuff? We can then do the same thing to try out making maybe a C++ file. So we're going to say stuff.cpp. And if I can remember how to code in C++, we could have a valid file. And you can see that while we're typing, it's also colorizing the code, and it also does things like autocomplete and suggestions, and so it makes it quite easy for us to code. And we hit the play button again, and I forgot to put a semicolon, which it told me there. And then once the program is fixed, you can see it. It is also a quite clever program. It's also asking the right questions. Okay, so that was Python and C++. We can also do Java. So we're going to make a file called stuff.java, and then we can say public class stuff. And then it's also got these accelerators. So like if I type main, then it just types the rest of it for me because it knows how lazy I am. And we can then say system.out.println and you can see this one has also got a run button over here. That one also works, but I'm going to click this one. And you can see it's giving us a message of hope. It's giving us a message of hope. So that's the last one I'm going to show you is MATLAB. So I'm making a file called stuff.m, and I pretty much never use MATLAB, so I might get this wrong, but nope, that's not how you do it. You use end in MATLAB, don't you? Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. And we then, this one, the play button doesn't work, so we have to click this little MATLAB looking button. But when we do, you can see it actually evaluated the file that we put here and ran the things we need. So it also gives us a terminal over here, and you can run your standard commands here, like, if you wanted to manually compile your code, or if you wanted to go into the Octave interpreter so that you're fundamentally doing like MATLAB type things, you could do that, and it would work. So this environment is available for you guys to use, and I'm also able to install things in it. So if you, for instance, want support for like R or something, you just let me know, and if it's within reason, I can get it installed. Thanks so much for listening to me, and I hope that this does prove useful to you.